Hi guys, Darth Deuces here, back in the Star Wars The Vintage Collection action figure review. Today taking a look at a recent release. I got this delivered today. One I kind of forgot I had pre-ordered, but it is actually Chopper in his Imperial disguise from Star Wars Rebels. So this is not actually the first Chopper we've gotten in the Vintage Collection. They did one that was technically based on Ahsoka, but it was in his normal orange color, orange and white color. But throughout Rebels, there's a few episodes where they paint him up to do, uh, you know, um, missions where he's disguised as an Imperial droid. So they did that. Easy, repaint for them to do. But we'll take a closer look at the package first. I actually missed out on that first Chopper. For whatever reason, it was, I never saw it in stores. I missed out on the pre-order on GameStop Canada. They never restocked it, and I never saw it in stores. So I ended up getting this one, which I'm okay with anyways, because I already have the Black Series Chopper that's already in that orange color. So it's cool to have a different one for the other scale. But here's on the card back with the Rebels logo there. Looks pretty cool. Got some Rebel Stormtroopers in the background, and then there's Chopper there. Chopper in the packaging. I can already see I'm going to have an issue with the value for money here, but you've got a bit of a right up there, image of the figure. Not much else to talk about, so I'm going to crack this guy open and we'll take a closer look. Okay, now I got Chopper out of the packaging, and it's a cool figure, but the issue that I figured I was going to have that I mentioned right off the bat holds true. Like, this is just straight up not worth full price. Like, he's tiny. He is tiny. This is how big he is. He is a tiny little guy, which is fine. That's accurate, but he should come with more accessories to justify the full price point. He comes with barely anything. There's things that this figure can't do that the Black Series could do, which, to be fair, makes sense with the Black Series being larger, but still, it's disappointing. The figure itself is like good, but it's just not worth the price point. And you got to understand that in Canada, a vintage collection figure is like $24.99 before tax now, or depends, between $22.99 and $24.99, depending where you buy. And with me from GameStop, I do get basically them tax free because I get the 15% off with the 15 or 10% off. I can't remember, with the Onyx membership. But even still, it's like, this is over 20 bucks Canadian, and it's just not worth that price. He's really small. He's got no heft to him or anything, barely any accessories. It's kind of criminal that Hasbro even offered this as a standard release. It should have just been packed with someone. Do like a deluxe with, like, I don't know, Hera, honestly. Like Clone Wars or Rebels inspired Hera or something. Include Chop with her, because he shouldn't have been a standard release on his own. But taking a look, I will say the paint and sculpted detail is really nice. The paint on the top of his head is really cleanly applied. I like the little emblem there on the side. He does have the little manipulators that come out of his head. Unfortunately, they don't fold away or anything, and I don't even think you can remove them. But if you can, you got to pull really friggin' hard. I don't want to break it. So as far as I know, you can't remove these. So you can't have them just looking normal without them out, which is a little unfortunate. I do believe this one can grip some accessories. I'm not sure, though. You've got the little radar dish on the top of his head there. Some more nice detailing. Sculpt work, a little bit of paint on the back. There is a nice amount of paint on his legs there. I like the little cable that's on this leg. And the asymmetry of the legs is cool. It kind of shows how he was repaired over time. And then some nice details on the front as well. You can pull out his little arm from his torso there, so that's cool. But no wheels on the feet, which I guess doesn't really matter that much. But still, he doesn't have wheels on the feet. And there's not really a whole lot to talk about. You can kind of see here, he's just a little guy. And I like Chopper. He's one of my favorite. He's one of my favorite droids, and he might be my favorite astromech. But I mean, this is like, you're just not getting your value here, I would say. Articulation, he does actually have a ball joint at the neck, which is super cool, because in the show he has, like, you can kind of see how it's like he's got this little neck piece, and he was able to tilt and turn his head and do whatnot. So that is cool that this moves quite a bit. Although in some ways, if you put it too far, I feel like it looks a little weird, but that's cool. You can only rotate the little arms. They don't do any bending or anything else, so they can't do a ton of different posing. Then you have your swivels at the, I guess, shoulders, and then hinges at his little feet. And then that's all you got for him, which, you know, it's pretty good articulation for a astromech, although I wish you could do more with the arms, although they're really small, so I guess I understand why they didn't put more points for articulation, but I think it's still worth mentioning. And in terms of accessories, he really doesn't come with much. You get the his little third wheel. His little wheel comes out of his torso, which is on him in the packaging, and it's kind of a pain to pull out because every time I try to pull it out, the wheel comes off of the part piece here. But you can slot that in, click that in, and then you can get him looking like he's driving around. Although he doesn't have wheels on his main feet, so you can't really roll him. He just topples over. But that wheel does spin. It's just kind of pointless. There's no really any point for it to spin. But that looks fine. You know, does its job. Like so. And then you can swap the radar dish out here. Pop that out. You can put the activated, I guess, activated radar dish. So that's kind of cool. But no other accessories. It would have been cool, yeah, like I said, if you could remove the little arms at least, so you can have them not have those out. Also, he comes with one less accessory than the Ahsoka version. The Ahsoka version comes with the little, I think it's the little tracker beacon thing that he tosses onto the ship they're chasing from Corellia when they're on Corellia. In the Ahsoka series, he doesn't come with that, which I guess makes sense because he didn't use that in the Rebels. This is based on Rebels, but then includes something else. Because like the Black Series figure, it's a smaller figure for a Black Series figure, but he had an interchangeable arm or leg or whatever. He had articulation in the limbs here, and you could fold them in. You could take out the centerpiece, and he came with a thruster effect piece for the bottom here, as well as a little thruster effect stand effect, so you can make it look like he's blasting off. The Black Series at least came with some more accessories to justify the price point. This doesn't. So that's pretty disappointing. But going on to comparisons, first off, with another like astromech, you can just see he's even pretty tiny compared to other normal sized astromechs. This is like an old one from ages ago. Then here he is with Kanan, with Vintage Collection Kanan, which I think they look pretty good together. And then lastly, with the Black Series Chopper, which you can see there, the differences in the coloring between normal Chopper and this Chopper. This Chopper even has weathering and stuff. So I know there's not too much more to say. Honestly, the video is longer than I even wanted it to be in the first place. But I honestly can't recommend this figure. I cannot recommend it. At least not at full price. If you can get Imperial Disguised Chopper on sale, and I mean like a pretty good sale, and you're a Rebels fan, then I definitely recommend it. But if you can't, then pass, man. Don't pay full price for this. It is bare bones. It's tiny. There's barely any plastic here. There's features that aren't here that should have been. He doesn't come with enough accessories. And then you compare with like a Black Series standard release where he has all this nice paint and weathering. He had wheels on the bottom. He came with an interchangeable thruster effect and a stand to make it look like he's blasting off. The arms are fully articulated and can fold in. You know, he had an interchangeable limb. Like, the difference is pretty astronomical. If you just want a chopper for your collection, you don't care about scale or anything, get the Black Series. I'm pretty sure you can find that for like under retail, to be honest. They reissued it. And I'd only get this if you absolutely need a 3 3/4 inch chopper, you know. So, and I think they even reissued the orange one, and there was a 2-pack with Sabine, I think, that came with chopper, right? So yeah, I would get that 2-pack or wait for this to go on super sale, because yeah, like I said, not worth it, which I hate to say because I really like Chopper, and the figure like is good if it wasn't like over 20 bucks. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video. May the Force be with you.